On today's craft, we will be taking an ordinary canvas and sublimating on it. That's right, sublimation on a canvas. It's super easy and turns out amazing every time you do it. So I'm excited to show you guys how. Let's get crafting. Here's a list of everything you'll need to create this project, and everything I'm using with links of where I got them will be down below. I'm using Creative Studio since my sublimation printer is the Sawgrass 500. So let's grab our image and make sure it's the correct size that we need for our canvas, and go ahead and hit print. Now let's cut down our laminate to the size of the canvas that you are using. I like to go a little less than the canvas size just to make sure there's no extra flowing over the canvas. Since we are using a canvas, we need to make sure we have a solid foundation inside so we can press it properly. I like to use cardboard, and I just cut it to size and it fits in there perfectly, and you'll be able to get a really good firm press from it. So I have my heat press set at 385 for 60 seconds. We won't need that long for the laminate, but that's what we'll need for the sublimation. So we'll go ahead and just press it for about 15 seconds to get the laminate to adhere. And then the little bubbles that you see, just take a little scraper and scrape them off. Once it gets cool, it'll be a lot easier to get rid of those lines. Now for the exciting part, let's line up our image on our canvas before we get pressing it. And I like to add the canvas on top just to make it easier for me to line the image up to make sure it fits perfectly in the canvas. And before we press it, we need to make sure we have heat resistant tape, and I want to tape it down to make sure it doesn't move and we don't get any ghosting on our image. Now that it's done pressing, we should wait for it to cool off, but I'm very impatient. And if you're like me and want to see it right away, just be very careful as it can be hot and I don't want you guys to burn yourselves. So carefully peel everything off. Here's the final result. I think it turned out amazing. I love it. It's very shiny and I can't wait to put it up in my office. There are so many different ways you can use canvases with your crafting, and I'm excited to explore some of those with you in future episodes. So stay tuned for more crafting with canvases. Until then, bye everyone.